to make us more than merry. Let the pirate bumper pass.
For today our pirate prentice rises from indentures free. Strong his arm and keen his scenters, he's a pirate now indeed.
Here's good luck to Frederick's benches. Frederick's out of his indentures.
22 now he's rising, and alone he's fit to fly, which we're bent on signalizing with unusual revelry.
Here's good luck to Frederick's benches. Frederick's out of his indentures. Oh, the pirate share, fill the pirate glass, and to make us more than merry, let the pirate bumper pass.
Yes, Frederick, from today you rank as a full-blown member of our band.
Oh, I thank you all from my heart for your kindly wishes. Would that I could repay them as they deserve.
What do you mean?
Well, today I'm out of my indentures, and today I leave you forever.
But this is quite unaccountable. This is quite unaccountable. A keener hand at scuttling a tunada or cutting out a white star never shipped a hand spike.
Yes, I have done my best for you. And why? It was my duty under my indentures, and I am the slave of duty. As a child, I was regularly apprenticed to your band. It was through an error.
An error?
Well, no matter. The mistake was ours, not yours. And I was in honor bound by it.
What error?
Oh, I mustn't tell you. It would reflect upon my well-loved Ruth.
Nay, master, long is my mind being gnawed by the cankering truth of mystery. Better have it out at once. When Frederick was a little lad, he proved so brave and daring. His father thought to prentice him to some career seafaring. I was, alas, his nursery maid, and so it fell to my lot to take and bind a promising lad, apprentice to a pilot. A life not bad for a hardy lad, though surely not a high lot. Though I'm a nurse, you might do worse than make your boy a pilot. I was a stupid nursery maid, our breakers always steering, and I did not catch the word aright from being hard of hearing, mistaking my instructions which within my brain did gyrate. I took and bound the promising lad, apprentice to a pirate. A sad mistake it was to make and doom him to this vile lot. What? I bound him to a pirate you instead of to a pilot. I soon found out beyond all doubt the scope of this disaster. But I have the face to return to my place and break it to my master. A nursery maid is not afraid of what you people call work. So I made up my mind to go as a kind of practical maid of all work. And that is how you find me now, a member of the shy lot. Which you wouldn't have found had he been bound apprentice to a pilot.
Pardon, Frederick, pardon.
Rise, sweet one, I have long pardoned you.
The two words were so much alike.
They were. They still are, though years have rolled over their heads.
But this afternoon my obligation ceases. Individually, I love you all with affection unspeakable. But collectively, I I look upon you with a disgust that amounts to absolute detestation.
What?
Pity me, my beloved friends, for such is my sense of duty that once out of my indentures I shall feel myself bound to devote myself, heart and soul, to your extermination.
Poor lad! Poor lad!
Frederick, if you conscientiously feel it is your duty to destroy us, we cannot blame you for acting on that conviction. Always act in accordance with the dictates of your conscience, my boy, and chance the consequences.
Besides, we can offer you but little temptation to remain with us. We don't seem to make piracy pay. I'm sure I don't know why, but we don't.
I know why. Oh, but alas, I mustn't tell you. It wouldn't be right.
Why not? It's only 11:30. You're one of us till the clock strikes 12.
True, and until then you are bound to protect our interests.
Well, then it is my duty as a pirate to tell you that you are too tender-hearted. What? For instance, you make it a point of never attacking a weaker party than yourselves. And when you attack a stronger party, you invariably get thrashed.
There is some truth in that.
And then again, you make it a point of never molesting an orphan.
Of course, we are orphans ourselves and know what it is like.
Yes, but it has got about. And what is the consequence? Everyone we capture says he's an orphan. The last 3 ships we took proved to be manned entirely by orphans, and so we had to let them all go. One would think that Great Britain's mercantile navy was recruited solely from our orphan asylums, which we know is not the case.
But hang it all, you wouldn't have us absolutely merciless.
Well, you see, there's my difficulty. Until 12 o'clock I would, but after 12 I wouldn't. Oh, was ever a man placed in so delicate a situation?
And Ruth, your own Ruth, whom you love so dearly, and who has won her maidenly way into your boyish heart, what is to become of her?
Oh, he will take you with him.
Ruth, I find some little difficulty about you. It is true that I admire you very much, but I have been constantly at sea since I was 8 years old, and yours is the only woman's face I've seen during that time. I think it is a sweet face.
Oh, it is! It is!
That is, I say, I think it is. That is my impression. But as I have not had the opportunity of comparing you with other women, I just may be mistaken.
True.
Wouldn't it be terrible if I were to marry this innocent person and find out that she is, on the whole, plague?
Oh, Ruth is very...
Well?
Yes, very well indeed.
Yes, there are the remains of a fine woman about Ruth.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Well then, I will not be so selfish as to take her from you. In injustice for her, and in consideration for you, I will leave her behind.
No! No, Frederick. This must not be. We are rough men. Who lead a rough life. And we are not so utterly heartless as to deprive thee of thy love. I think I am right in saying that there is not one here who would rob thee of this inestimable treasure, for all the world holds dear.
Not one!
No, I thought there wasn't. No, Frederick, keep thy love. Keep thy love.
You're very good, I'm sure.
Well, it's the top of the tide. We must be off. Farewell, Frederick. When your prospects of extermination begin, let our deaths be as swift and painless as you can conveniently make them.
Oh, I will. By the love I have for you, I swear it. Would that you could render this extermination unnecessary by accompanying me back to civilization?
No, Frederick, it cannot be. I don't think much of our profession, but contrasted with respectability, it is comparatively honest. No, Frederick, I shall live and die a pirate king! Oh, better far to live and die under the brave black flag I fly than play a sanctimonious part with a pirate head and a pirate heart. Away to the cheating world go you, where pirates all are well-to-do. But I'll be true to the song I sing, and live and die a pirate king. For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. I am a pirate king.
You are hurrah for the pirate king.
And it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
It is hurrah for the pirate king. Hurrah for the pirate king.
When I sally forth to seek my prey, I help myself in a royal way. I sink a few more ships, it's true, than a well-bred monarch ought to do. But many a king on a first-class robe, if he wants to call his crown his own, must manage somehow to get through more dirty work than ever I do. For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
It is hurrah for the pirate king. Hurrah for the pirate king.
For I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king. I am a pirate king.
Oh, take me with you. I cannot live if I am left behind.
Ruth, I will be quite candid with you. You are very dear to me, as you know, but I must be circumspect. You see, you are considerably older than I. A lad of 21 usually looks for a wife of 17.
A wife of 17? You will find me a wife of 1,000.
No, but I shall find you a wife of 47, and that is quite enough. Ruth, tell me candidly and without reserve, compared with other women, how are you?
I will answer you truthfully, master. I have a slight cold, but otherwise I am very well.
Well, I am sorry for your cold, but I was referring rather to your personal appearance. Compared with other women, are you beautiful?
Others have told me so, dear master.
Ah, but lately?
No. Years and years ago.
And what do you think of yourself?
Well, that is a delicate question to answer. But I think I am a fine woman.
And that is your candid opinion.
Oh, yes? I would be deceiving you if I told you otherwise.
Oh, thank you, Ruth, I believe you. For I know you would not practice on my inexperience. I wish to do the right thing, and if I say if, you are really a fine woman, your age shall be no obstacle to our union. Hark! Surely I hear voices. Who has ventured to approach our all but inaccessible lair? Can it be the Coast Guard?
Oh, yes, it is the Coast Guard.
No, it does not sound like the Coast Guard.
Oh, confusion. It is the voices of young girls. If we should see them, I am lost.
Oh, by all that is marvelous, a bevy of beautiful maidens.
Lost! Lost! Lost!
How lovely, how surpassingly lovely is the plainest of them. What grace, what delicacy, what refinement. And Ruth told me she was beautiful. deceived me. You told me you were fair as gold.
But master, am I not so?
And now I see you're plain and old.
I'm sure I'm not a jot so.
Upon my innocence you play.
I'm not the one to plot so.
Your face is lined, your hair is gray.
It gradually got so.
Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so.
Master, master, do not leave me, hear me ere you go.
Faithless woman,
Master, master,
faithless woman,
master, master, do
faithless
not leave me,
woman.
do not leave me.
I will just and go. Faithless woman to deceive me, I will just and so. Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so. Faithless woman to deceive me, I who trusted so. What shall I do before these gentle maidens? I dare not show in this alarming costume. No, no, I must remain in close concealment until I can appear in decent clothing.
Climbing over rocky mountains, skipping rivulets and fountains, passing where the wind you know is quiver, passing where the willows quiver by the ever-rolling river, swollen with the summer rain, spreading on your leafy faces, dotted with unnumbered daisies, dotted with unnumbered daisies, scaling rough and rugged passes, why the hardy little lasses still on bright city shore living, scaling rough and rugged passes, why the hardy little lasses still on bright city shore living.
Let us gaily tread the measure, make the most of fleeting leisure. Hail it as a true ally, though it perish by and by.
Hail it as a true ally, though it perish by and by.
Every moment brings a treasure of its own especial pleasure, though the moments quickly die. Greet them gaily as they fly. Greet them gaily a rather difficult country.
But how thoroughly delightful it is to be so entirely alone. Why, in all probability, we are the first human beings who ever set foot in this enchanting spot.
Except the mermaids. It's the perfect spot for mermaids.
Who are only human beings down to the waist.
Oh, and who can't be said strictly to set foot anywhere. Tails they may, but feet they cannot.
But what shall we do until Papa and the servants arrive with the luncheon?
We are quite alone, and the sea is as smooth as glass. Suppose we take off our shoes and stockings and paddle.
Stop, ladies, pray. I had intended not to intrude myself upon your notice in this effective but alarming costume. But under these peculiar circumstances, it is my bounden duty to inform you that your proceedings will not be unwitnessed.
But who are you, so speak?
I am a pirate.
A pirate horror!
Ladies, do not shun me. This evening I renounce my vile profession, and to that end, O pure and fearless maidens, O blushing buds of ever-blooming beauty, I, sore at heart, implore your kind assistance.
How pitiful his tale, how rare his beauty.
How pitiful his tale, how rare his beauty.
Oh, is there not one maiden breast which does not feel the moral beauty of making worldly interest subordinate to sense of duty? Who would not give up willingly on matrimonial ambition to rescue such an one as I from his unfortunate position, from his position, to rescue such an one as I from his unfortunate position.
Alas, there's not one maiden breast which seems to feel the moral beauty of making worldly interest subordinate to sense of duty.
Oh, is there not one maiden here whose homely face and bad complexion have caused all hope to disappear of ever-weaning man's affection to such an one, if such there be? I swear by heaven's arch above you, if you will cast your eyes on me, however plain you be, I love you. However plain you be, if you will cast your eyes on me, however plain you be, I love you.
but one.
Now,
Yes, one.
tis able.
Yes, 'tis me. Bah. Oh, sisters, deaf to pity's name, for shame! It's true that he has gone astray, but pray, is that a reason good and true why you should all be deaf to pity's name?
The question is, had he not been a theme of beauty, would she be swayed by quite as keen a sense of duty?
For shame, for shame, for shame, poor wandering one, though thou hast surely strayed, take heart of grace, thy steps retrace, poor wandering one. Poor wandering one, if such poor love as mine can help thee find true peace of mind, I take it, it is thine.
Take heart, O little loves, take any heart but ours.
Take heart, babies will shine, take any heart, take mine.
Take heart, O little loves, take any heart but ours.
Take heart, babies will shine, take any heart, take mine. Wandering one, though thou hast surely strayed, take heart of grace, thy steps retrace. Poor wandering one.
Wandering one, poor wandering one. Take heart, take heart. Take any heart but ours. Take heart, take heart. Take heart, O little loves, take any heart but ours. Take heart, take any heart.
What ought we to do? Gentle sisters say, propriety we know says we ought to stay, while sympathy exclaims, free them from your tether, play at other games, leave them here together.
Her case may any day be yours, my dear, or mine. Let her make her hay, while the sun doth shine. Let us compromise. Our hearts are not of leather. Let us shut our eyes and talk about the weather.
Yes, yes, let's talk about the weather. How beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it may and yet it rain. But yesterday's tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country wants some rain, yet people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country wants some rain, yet people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country wants some rain, yet people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July.
Duty to find your tail and break such exceeding beauty. Diana maiden close her eyes and waking sadness to dream of such exceeding gladness.
Ah yes, this is exceeding gladness.
How beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it may and yet it rain. But yesterday, tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country wants some rain, yet people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country wants some rain, yet people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. Tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country wants some rain.
All is all in guilty dreaming, to wake and find us all with peace and virtue beaming.
How beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it may and yet it rain. But yesterday, continue fine, I hope it may and yet it rain. But yesterday, how beautifully blue the sky, the glass is rising very high. Continue fine, I hope it may and yet it rain. But yesterday, tomorrow it may pour again. I hear the country wants some rain, yet people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July. And people say I know not why that we shall have a warm July.
Stay, we must not lose our senses. Men who stick at no offenses will anon be here. Piracy, that dreadful trade is. Pray you get you hence, young ladies, while the coast is clear.
No, we must not lose our senses. If they stick at no offenses, we should not be here. Piracy, the dreadful trade is. Nice companions for young ladies. Let us be some. Too late, too late.
Here's the first great opportunity to get married with impunity and indulge in the felicity of unbounded domesticity. We shall quickly be personified, conjugally matrimonified by a doctor of divinity who is located in this vicinity.
We miss our opportunity of escaping with impunity. So farewell to the felicity of our maiden domesticity. We should quickly be personified, conjugally matrimonified by a doctor of divinity who is located in this vicinity.
By a doctor of divinity who resides in this vicinity. By a doctor of divinity. Oh, divinity.
Oh, monsters! Ere your pirate caravanser I proceed against our wills to wed us all. Just bear in mind that we are wards in Chancery, and father is a major general.
We better pause, or danger may befall. Their father is a major general.
Yes, he is a major general.
Yes, I am a major general. For he is a major general.
The Major General.
And it is a glorious thing to be a major general.
It is hurrah for the Major General, hurrah for the Major General.
the very model of a modern major general. I've information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote the fights historical. From Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations both as simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem I'm teeming with a lot of news. Oh dear, lot of news. What rhymes with lot of news? Oh yes, with many cheerful facts about the spread of the hypotenuse.
Many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. Many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beans and animalculous. In short, a matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
In short, matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
I know a mythic history, King Arthur's answer paradox. I've answered hard acrostics, I've a pretty taste for paradox. I quote an elegiac for the crimes of Heliogabalus. In tonics I can fall peculiarities parabolous. I can tell undoubted Raphaels from Jared Dowson's Orphanies. I know the croaking chorus from the frogs of Aristophanes. Then I can hum a fugue of which I've heard the music's dinner for. Oh dear, dinner for. That's a difficult one. Oh yes, and whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore.
And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore. And whistle all the airs from that infernal nonsense pinafore.
Then I can write a washing bill in Babylonic cuneiform and tell you every detail of Caractacus's uniform. In short, a matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. I am the very model of a modern major general.
In short, a matters vegetable, animal, and mineral. He is the very model of a modern major general.
In short, when I know what is meant by mamelon and ravelin, when I can tell it sight a Mauser rifle from a javelin, when such affairs as sorties and surprises I'm more wary at, and when I know precisely what is meant by commissariat, when I have learnt what progress has been made in modern gunnery, when I know more of tactics than a novice in a nunnery, in short, when I've a smattering of elemental strategy. Thank you, my dear. You say a better major general has never strategy.
You say a better major general has never strategy. You say a better major general has never strategy. You say a better major general has never strategy.
For my military knowledge, though I'm plucky and adventuring, has only been brought down to the beginning of the century. But still in matters vegetable, animal, and mineral, I am the very model of a modern major general.
But still in matters vegetable, animal, and mineral, he is the very model of a modern major general.
Excuse me, that was very good. But could you do that once more? Only this time, really fast.
Of course. For my military knowledge, though I'm plucky and adventuring, has only been brought down to the beginning of the century. But still in matters vegetable, animal, and mineral, I am the very model of a modern major general.
But still in matters vegetable, animal, and mineral, he is the very model of a modern major general.
Idea of what's going on.
Permit me, I can explain in 2 words. We propose to marry your daughters.
Dear me.
Against our wills, Papa! Against our wills!
Oh, but you mustn't do that. May I ask, this is a picturesque uniform, but I'm not familiar with it. What are you?
We are all single, gentlemen.
Yes, I gathered that. Anything else?
No, nothing else.
Papa, I don't believe them. They are pirates. The famous Pirates of Penzance.
Pirates of Penzance? Yes, I've often heard of them.
All except for this gentleman, who was a pirate once, but who's out of his indentures today, and who means to lead a blameless life evermore.
But wait a bit. I object. to pirates as sons-in-law.
We object to major generals as fathers-in-law. But we waive that point. We do not press it. We look over it.
An idea. And you mean to tell me that you would remove me from these, the sole remaining props of my old age, and leave me to go through the remainder of my life unfriended, unprotected, and alone?
Well, yes, that's the idea.
Tell me, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Here we are again!
I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan?
Orphan.
Yes! Have you ever known what it is to be one?
I say, orphan!
Orphan, orphan, orphan!
Wait! I don't think we quite understand one another. I ask you, have you ever known what it is to be an orphan? And you say orphan. Now, as I understand you, you are merely repeating the word orphan to show that you understand me.
I didn't repeat the word orphan.
Pardon me, you didn't did.
I only repeated it once.
True, but you repeated it.
But not often.
Stop. I think I can see why we're getting confused. When you said orphan, did you mean orphan, a person who has lost his parents, or orphan frequently?
Oh, I beg your pardon, I see what you mean. Frequently.
Oh, you said orphan frequently.
No, only once.
Exactly. You said orphan frequently only once. O men of dark and dismal fate, forgo your cruel employ. Have pity on my lonely state. I am an orphan boy.
An orphan boy,
An orphan boy.
how sad, an orphan boy.
These children whom you see are all that I can call my own.
Poor fellow,
Take them away from me and I shall be indeed alone.
poor fellow.
If pity you can feel, leave me my soul, remaining joys. See, at your feet they kneel, your hearts you cannot steal, against the sad, sad tale of the lonely orphan boy.
Poor fellow, see at our feet they kneel, our hearts we cannot steal, against the sad, sad tale of the lonely orphan boy.
The orphan boy,
The orphan boy, see at our feet they kneel, our hearts we cannot steal, against the tale of the lonely
I'm telling a terrible story, but it doesn't diminish my glory, for they would have taken my daughters over the billowy waters. If I hadn't in elegant diction indulged in an innocent fiction, which is not in the same category as telling a regular terrible story.
He's telling a terrible story. He shall die by death in his glory. Yes, one of the coolest stars that ever known in these waters. It is easy in elegant diction to call it an innocent fiction, but it comes in the same category as telling a regular terrible story. It's easy in elegant diction to call it an innocent fiction, but it comes in the same category as telling a regular story.
crime of stealing. We rather think that we're not altogether void of feeling. Although we live by strife, we're always sorry to begin it. For what we ask is life without a touch of poetry in it.
Poetry, thou gildest in the poet's trade. Hail, flowing fount of sentiment. All hail, divine
You may go, for you're at liberty. Our pirate rules protect you, and honorary members of our band, we do elect you.
For he is an orphan boy.
And it sometimes is a useful thing to be an orphan boy.
It is hurrah for the orphan boy, hurrah for the orphan boy. Oh, happy day with joyous glee, they will away and marry me. Oh, happy day with joyous glee, they will away and marry me. Should it befall auspiciously, my sisters all will rise with me. Should it befall auspiciously, my sisters all will rise with me. Oh, happy day with joyous glee, they will away and marry me. Should it befall auspiciously, my sisters all will rise with me. Should it befall auspiciously, my sisters all will rise with me.
Oh, master, hear one word I do implore you. Remember Ruth, your Ruth who kneels before you.
Yes, yes, remember Ruth, who kneels before you.
Way you did deceive me.
Away you did deceive him.
Oh, do not leave me.
Oh, do not leave her.
Way you grieved me.
Away you grieve him.
I wish you'd leave me.
We wish you leave him.
We observe the magnanimity we display to lace and dimity. There never was such opportunity to get married with impunity. But we give up the felicity of unbounded domesticity. Though a doctor of divinity is located in this vicinity.
Praise of the magnanimity, it is plain to lace and dimity. Never was such opportunity to get married with impunity. But we give up the felicity of unbounded domesticity. Though a doctor of divinity is located in this vicinity. But we give up the felicity of unbounded domesticity. But we give up the felicity of unbounded domesticity. Though a doctor of divinity, a doctor of divinity, a Though a doctor of divinity resides in this vicinity. Though a doctor resides in this vicinity. This vicinity.
What?
Cannot you, in the calm excellence of your wisdom, can't you cheer him up?
Oh, I will try, dear Mabel. But why does he sit here night after night in this drafty old ruin?
Why do I sit here? To escape. To escape from the pirates' clutches. I described myself as an orphan. Heaven help me, I am no orphan. I came here to humble myself before the tombs of my ancestors and to implore their pardon for having brought disgrace upon the family escutcheon.
But you forget, sir, that you only bought the property a year ago, and the stucco on your baronial castle is scarcely dry.
Frederick, there are ancestors here, you cannot deny that. With the estate, I bought this chapel and its contents. I don't know whose ancestors they were, but I know whose ancestors they are. And I shudder to think that their descendant by purchase, if I may so describe myself, should have brought disgrace upon what I have no doubt was an unstained escutcheon.
Oh, be comforted, sir. Had you not acted as you did, these reckless men would have assuredly called in the nearest clergyman and married your large family on the spot.
I thank you for your proffered solace, Frederick, but it is unavailing. Oh, I assure you, such is the anguish and remorse I feel at this abominable falsehood by which I escaped these easily deluded pirates, that I would go to their simple-minded chieftain this very night and confess all. Did I not fear the consequences would be most disastrous to myself? At what time does your expedition march against these scoundrels?
Oh, at 11. And before midnight, I hope to have atoned for my involuntary association with the pestilent scourges by sweeping them from the face of the earth. And then, dear Mabel, you will be mine.
Are your devoted followers at hand?
Oh, they are. They only wait my orders.
Then, Frederick, let your escort, lion-hearted, be summoned to receive a general's blessing ere they depart upon their dread adventure.
Dear sir, they come.
Uncomfortable fear. And we find the wisest thing is to slap our chests and sing for when threatened with the mute and the orders in your boots. There is nothing brings it down like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound.
Your grave shall water. Go, ye heroes, go and die.
Go, ye heroes, go and die. Go, ye heroes, go and die.
Though to us it's evident, these attentions are well meant. Such expressions don't appear. Calculated men to cheer. Who are going to meet their fate in an highly nervous state. Still to us it's evident, these attentions are well meant.
Go and do your best endeavor, and before our links we sever, we will say farewell forever. Go to glory and the grave.
Go to glory and the grave. For your foes are fierce and ruthless, false and merciful, and truth is young and tender, old and cheap, all in vain the mercies pray.
of too great a stress on the risks that on us press, and of reference a lack to our chance of coming back. Still, perhaps it would be wise not to cop or criticize, for it's very evident these attentions are well meant.
Yes, it's very evident. These attentions are well meant. Evident, yes, well meant. Evident, ah, yes, well meant. When the foreman wears his sleeve, ta-dun-ta-da, ta-dun-ta-da. He is ta-dun-ta-da. When behind the lines we sing, ta-dun-ta-da, ta-dun-ta-da. That much makes the team, ta-dun-ta-da.
Go to death and go to
Ta-dun-ta-da. And your heart is in your boots, ta-dun-ta-da. There is nothing brings it round like the trumpet's martial song, like the trumpet's martial song.
Away, away!
Yes, yes, we go.
These pirates slay!
Ta-dun-ta-da.
Then do not stay!
Ta-dun-ta-da.
Then why this delay?
All right, we go. Yes, forward on the wall. Yes, forward on the wall.
Yes, but you don't go!
Yes, forward on the wall. Yes, forward on the wall.
But damn it, you don't go!
Now for the pirate's lair. Oh, joy unbounded. Oh, sweet relief. Oh, rapture example. At last I may atone in some slight measure for the repeated acts of theft and pillage, of which at a sense of duty stern dictation, I, circumstance's victim, have been guilty.
Young Frederick,
Who calls?
your late commander.
And I, your little Ruth,
Oh, mad intruders, how dare ye face me? Know ye not, O rash ones, that I have doomed you to extermination?
Have mercy on us. Hear us ere you slaughter.
I do not think I ought to listen to you, yet mercy should alloy our stern resentment. And so I will be merciful. Say on.
when you had left our pirate boat, we tried to raise our spirits, mate, according to the custom, all with quips and quibbles quaint. But all in vain the quips we heard, we lay and sobbed upon the rocks, until to somebody occurred a startling paradox.
A paradox.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. We quips and quibbles heard and flux with none to beat this paradox. A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox.
We knew your taste for curious quips, for cranks and contradictions queer, and with the laughter on our lips, we wished you there to hear. We said if we could tell it him, how Frederick would the joke enjoy. And so we've risked both life and limb to tell it to our boy.
The paradox.
The paradox, that most ingenious paradox. We've quips and quibbles heard and flocks, but none to beat this paradox.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox.
For some ridiculous reason, to which, however, I've no desire to be disloyal, some person in authority, I don't know who, very likely the astronomer royal, has decided that, although for such a beastly month as February, 28 days, as a rule, are plenty, 1 year, and every 4 his days shall be reckoned as 9 and 20. Through some singular coincidence, I shouldn't be surprised if it were owing to the agency of an ill-natured fairy. You are the victim of this clumsy arrangement, having been born in leap year on the 29th of February. And so, by a simple arithmetical process, you will easily discover that though you've lived 21 years, yet if we go by birthdays, you're only 5 and a little bit over.
Dear me, let's see. Yes, yes, with yours my figures do agree. How quaint the ways of paradox, that common sense she gaily mocks. Though counting in the usual way is 21, I've been alive. Yet reckoning by my natal day, I am a little boy of five.
He is a little boy of
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. This paradox,
Yes, paradox.
a most ingenious paradox. Upon my word, most curious, most absurdly whimsical. 5 1/4. You wouldn't think it to look at me.
You're glad now I'll be bound that you spared us. You never would have forgiven yourself when you discovered that you had killed 2 of your comrades.
My comrades?
I'm afraid you don't appreciate the delicacy of your position. You were apprenticed to us.
Yes, until my 21st year.
No. Until you reached your 21st birthday. And going by birthdays, you're as yet only 5 1/4.
Well, you don't mean to say you're going to hold me to that?
No, Frederick. We merely remind you of the fact and leave the rest to your sense of duty.
Your sense of duty.
Oh, please do not put it on that footing. Just as I have been merciful to you just now, be merciful to me. I implore you not to insist on the letter of your bond, just as the cup of happiness is at my lips.
Oh, we insist on nothing. We content ourselves with pointing out to you your duty.
Your duty.
Well, you have appealed to my sense of duty, and my duty is all too clear. I abhor your infamous calling. I shudder at the thought that I've ever been mixed up with it. But duty is before all, and at any price I will do my duty.
Bravely spoken. Come, you're one of us once more.
Lead on, I follow. Oh, horror!
What's the matter?
Ought I to tell you?
What?
No, I cannot do it, and yet as one of your band.
Speak out! I charge you by a sense of conscientiousness which you've never appealed in vain.
General Stanley.
Yes?
The father of my dear Mabel.
Yes.
He escaped from you by saying that he was an orphan.
He did! Oh, yes, he did. Well,
Oh, it breaks my heart to betray the honored father of the girl I adore.
break it.
But as your apprentice, I have no alternative.
None.
It is my duty to tell you that General Stanley is no... General Stanley is no...
No?
General Stanley is no orphan!
What?
And more than that... More than that, one.
Am I to understand that in order to save his contemptible life, he dared to practice on our credulous simplicity? Our revenge will be swift and terrible. We'll go and collect our band and attack Tremodden Castle this very night.
Oh, but stay.
Not a word. He is doomed. Away, away, my heart's on fire. I burn this base deception to repay. This very night, my vengeance dire shall blast itself and go away, away.
Away, away, ere I expire, I find my duty hard to do today. My heart is filled with anguish dire, it strikes me to the core, away, away.
With falsehood foul he tricked us of our prize. Let vengeance howl, the pirate so decides. On nature's stern he softened with his lies, and in return tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Yes, yes, tonight the traitor dies.
Tonight he dies.
Yes, early tomorrow.
His girls likewise.
They will welter in sorrow.
The once are smart.
In the natures they cherish.
And know that
To abusers shall perish.
Tonight he dies as early tomorrow. His girls likewise they will welter in sorrow. The ones are smart in their natures they cherish. And all who plot to abuse it shall perish. Away, away, away. Tonight the traitor dies. Away, away tonight. Tonight, tonight. The traitor dies tonight.
All is prepared. Your gallant crew await you. My Frederick in tears. It cannot be that Lionheart quails at the coming conflict.
no, Mabel, no. A terrible disclosure has just been made. Mabel, my dearly loved one, I bound myself to serve the pirate captain until I reached my 21st birthday.
But you are 21.
I've just discovered that I was born in leap year, and that birthday will not be reached by me till 1940.
Oh, horrible! Catastrophe appalling!
And so farewell.
No, no! Ah, Frederick, hear me! Stay, Frederick, stay! They have no legal claim. No shadow of a shame will fall upon thy name. Stay, Frederick, stay!
Nay, Mabel, nay. Tonight I quit these walls. The thought my soul appalls, but when stern duty goes, I must obey.
Stay, Frederick, stay!
Nay, Mabel,
They
nay.
have no claim.
But duty's name
No
will
shadow of a shame will fall upon thy name. Stay, Frederick, stay!
I must obey.
Ah, leave me not to pine alone and desolate.
In 1940, I of age shall be. I'll then return and claim you, I declare it.
It seems so long.
Swear that till then you will be true to me.
Yes, I'll be strong. By all the Stanleys dead and gone, I swear it. Oh, here is love, and here is truth, and here is food for joy, whilst laughter. You will be faithful to her soon, till we are wed, and even after.
Oh, here is love, and here is truth.
Oh, here is love, and here is truth.
She will be faithful to
He
her
will
soon.
be faithful to his
Till we
soul.
are wed, and even after.
We are wed,
And even after.
yes, even after.
Oh, here is love, and here is truth.
And here is food for joy, whilst laughter. She will be faithful to his soul, till we are wed, and even after.
She will be faithful to his soul. Till we are wed, and even
And
after.
even after. Oh, here is love, and here is truth. Oh, here is love.
Is love.
No, I am brave. Oh, family descent, how great thy charm, thy sway, how excellent. Come, one and all, undaunted men in blue. A crisis now, affairs are coming to.
Oh, in body and in mind,
Tarantula, tarantula,
we are timidly inclined,
tarantula,
and anything but blind
tarantula, tarantula,
to the danger that's beyond.
tarantula,
Yet when the danger's near,
tarantula, tarantula,
we manage to appear
tarantula,
as insensible to fear as anybody, as anybody here.
tarantula, 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 tarantula.
Sergeant, approach! The young Frederick was to have led you to death and glory.
That is not a pleasant way of putting it.
No matter, he will not so lead you, for he has allied himself once more with his old associates.
He has acted shamefully.
You speak falsely. You know nothing about it. He has acted nobly.
He has acted nobly.
Dearly as I loved him before, his heroic sacrifice to his sense of duty has endeared him to me tenfold. But if it is his duty to constitute himself my foe, it is likewise my duty to regard him in that light. He has done his duty. I will do mine. Go in, do yours.
Right-o!
This is perplexing.
We cannot understand it at all.
Still, as he is actuated by a sense of duty,
That makes a difference, of course. At the same time, we repeat, we cannot understand it at all.
no matter, our course is clear. We must do our best to capture these pirates alone.
It is most distressing to us to be the agents whereby our erring fellow creatures are deprived of the liberties which we ourselves hold so dear. But
We should have thought of that before we joined the force. We should.
Too late now.
It is. When a felon's not engaged in his employment, or maturing his felonious little plan, his capacity for innocent enjoyment is just as great as any honest man. Our feelings we with difficulty smother, with constabulary duties to be done. I'll take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When the enterprising burglar's not a burgling, when the cutthroat isn't occupied in crime, he loves to hear the little brook a gurgling, and listen to the merry village chime. When the cluster's finished jumping on his mother, he loves to lie a basking in the sun. I'll take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one.
When constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one.
Hush, hush, I hear them on the man approaching. With stealthy steps the pirates are approaching.
We seek a penalty 50-fold for General Stanley's story. They seek a penalty 50-fold. We seek a penalty 50-fold. They seek a penalty 50-fold for General Stanley's story.
They come in force with stealthy stride. Our obvious course is now to hide.
With cat-like tread upon our prey we steal. In silence dread, our cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's footfall would be distinctly heard. So stealthily the pirate creeps while all the house so soundly sleeps. Come, friends who plow the sea, choose to navigation, take another station. Let's ferry piracy with a little burglary. Come, friends who plow the sea, choose to navigation, take another station. Let's ferry piracy with a little burglary.
Is your crowbar and your center bit your life preserver? You may want to hit your silent matches, your dark lantern seas. Take your file and your skeletonic keys.
heel. In silence dread, a cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. Applies footfall would be distinctly heard. Come, friends, who plow the sea. Choose to navigation, take another station. Let's ferry piracy with the little bird learning the second tread. Upon our rainy sea, in silence tread, our cautious way we
Hush, hush, not a word. I see a light inside. The Major General comes. So quickly hide.
Yes, yes,
The Major General comes.
yes, yes. The Major General comes.
Oh, yes, yes, the Major General comes. Tormented with the anguished dread of falsehood unatoned, I lay upon my sleepless bed and tossed and turned and groaned. The man who finds his conscience ache no peace at all enjoys. And as I lay in bed awake, I thought I heard a noise.
He thought he heard a noise.
No, all is still in Dale Hill. My mind is set at ease. How still the scene it must have been, the sighing of the breeze. Sighing softly to the river comes the loving breeze, setting nature all a quiver, rustling through the trees.
Through the trees.
And the broken rippling measure lost for very love, while the poplars in their pleasure wave their arms above.
Yes, the trees for very love wave their leafy arms above. River, river, little river, may thy loving prosper ever. Heaven speed thee, poplar tree, may thy wooing happy be. Heaven speed thee, poplar trees, may thy wooing happy be.
Yet the breeze is but a rover when he wings away. Brook and poplar mourn a lover sighing well a day.
Well a day.
Ah, the doing and undoing that the rogue could tell. When the breeze is out a wooing, who can woo so well?
Shocking tales the road could tell. Nobody can woo so well. Pretty rose.
neither care or joy or rapture, some in your men and effect the capture.
Frederick, save us!
Beautiful Mabel, I would if I could, but I am not able.
He's telling the truth, he is not able.
With base deceit, you worked upon our feelings. Revenge is sweet and flavors all our dealings. With courage rare and resolution manly, for death prepare, unhappy General Stanley.
Is he to die, unshriven, unannealed? Who fear him? Will no one in his cause a weapon wield? Who fear him?
Yes, we are here, though hitherto concealed. So to constabulary pirates yield. We triumph now, oh well we trow, your mortal career's cut short. No pirate band will take its stand at the Central Court.
To gain a brief advantage you've contrived, but your proud triumph will not be long-lived.
Don't say you're orphans, for we know that game.
On your allegiance we've a stronger claim. We charge you'll yield. We charge you'll yield in Queen Victoria's name.
You do.
We do. We charge you'll yield in the Queen Victoria's name.
We yield at once with humble mien, because with all our faults we love our queen.
Yes, yes, with all their faults they love their queen.
Yes, yes, with all our faults we love our queen.
Away with them and place them at the bar.
One moment, let me tell you who they are. They are no members of the common throng. They are all noblemen who have gone wrong.
They are all noblemen who have gone wrong.
No Englishman unmoved that statement hears, because with all our faults we love our house of peers. I pray you pardon me, ex-pirate king, Peers will be peers, and youth will have its fling. Resume your ranks and legislative duties, and take my daughters, some of whom are beauties.